So MILFs, you can't stop eating at night. What do you do about it? I know the exact feeling. You get a good start in the morning, lunch is okay. Dinner time rolls around, you kind of eat the same meal as your family, and when all your kids have gone to sleep, and maybe you're sitting up by yourself or with your hubby, and you crack out the snacks, and once you pop, you cannot stop. So what do we bloody do about the nighttime eating? We are going to delve into the nighttime eating snacks, and they are definitely not what you think. So stay tuned to the end. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Adriano. I've successfully helped coach over 1,400 mums to lose 8+ kilos in 16 weeks without dietary restrictions, cardio, or complexity. And if you'd like to know more about how coaching works, go to the description down below and click the link. It'll take you to a booking page where me and you can hop on the phone personally and deep dive into your problems. So believe it or not, your nighttime actually starts at breakfast time. So typically mums have one of these breakfasts. They have a coffee and they're out the door, a coffee and a muesli bar or just a muesli bar, or a couple of boiled eggs. Now in reality, that's enough calories to fuel a small child, probably not even that. At best, you're looking at 200 calories, where your daily maintenance is probably around 10 times that. I know, shock horror. So by this stage, your body is starving on 200 calories, and you've probably gone 6 to 8 hours with only eating that. And for lunch, maybe some of you will have absolutely nothing. Some of you will probably have just some snacks and light picks, which could be 400 to 500 snacks. Maybe Karen from the office has brought along some donuts, or someone's got a cake and a birthday, and you've had a little piece, but it's equated to about 500 calories, and in the next hour you feel hungry all over again. Or you have salad or some sort of leftovers, which could equate to 600-ish calories, give or take. Now, this option isn't too bad, but by this stage, you've probably gone through about 10+ hours in the day, and your body is crying out for so much fuel, or in this case, maybe better fuel, more vegetables, more fiber, things that are going to keep you fuller for longer, heck, maybe even some more protein. Then you've got dinner, 5 to 8 p.m. and by this stage, it's been about 12+ hours and you've had anywhere between 200 to 800 calories, which is roughly half of your fat loss calories you'll probably need in a dieting phase. Now, by dinner time, you're probably having the same size portion as your husband or your family, and you're thinking, I haven't eaten that much, so it's time to load up on dinner, which could equate to about 800 to 1,000 calories, taking your total daily intake to 16 to 1,800, depending on how you've ran the rest of your day. But by this stage, your body is starving. It's saying, please stop me from dying. I'm hungry. And you don't really know that it was the breakfast that caused it, because you've gone on throughout your day none the wiser. So then the snacks come out, and you can do a demo job of about 400 to 800 calories without even batting an eye. 800 calories is about 2/3 of a Ben & Jerry's tub of ice cream. 400 calories is about half a chocolate block, and 800 calories could be about 5 Tim Tams and a cup of tea to round out the night, leaving you at about 2,000 to 2,500 calories. This number here would be a surplus, so you'd be gaining fat on the day, and this number would be maintenance, and yet you are still wondering why you can't lose weight. So what can we do about it? This is the fun part. Now, gals, this is the strategy I use for all my one-to-one clients to get them phenomenal results. Like Cass, who's lost 23 kilos in 5 months, or Claire, who's lost 21 kilos in 4.5 months. Now, breakfast needs to be around 400 calories instead of your 0 to 200. Lunch needs to be the same, and snacking at lunch can lead to snacking at dinner, so just be careful. And because you've fueled yourself correctly, dinner time can be half the portion of your husband's serve, giving you a grand total of around 1,200 calories, which would be a great fat loss deficit to be in, albeit quite severe. And this is where the fun part comes in, the snacks. So for snacks, you could have 2 Tim Tams, or a Snickers bar, or 2 Paddle Pops, and that would equate to around 200 calories, leaving you with a grand total of 1,400 in the day. And that would be a really, really good deficit, helping you lose anywhere from 700 G to 1 kilogram per week. Seriously. So you're probably thinking, how do we load up on breakfast and how do we get this right? Well, so for breakfast, to get these 400 calories off, the key thing is here, high protein, low calorie, high in food volume. So Chobani or any really like high protein, low calorie Greek yogurt can be flavored, doesn't matter. That's going to give you about 100 calories. So fruit, one piece is 80 to 100 calories per piece. So you could safely have a Chobani and 2 pieces of fruit and you'd be looking really solid. And that would hit you about 300 calories and about 20 odd grams of protein, keeping you fuller for longer and stopping the nighttime binging in its tracks. Or you could do 2 eggs on toast. Works really well if you add like a roasted tomato. Oats, 30 to 40 grams. Bonus points if you whip in vanilla protein powder into it, giving you a high protein, moderate calorie, slow digesting fuel source that will again stop this nighttime snacking from happening. Or you could do a couple of Wheat Bix and a protein shake with some banana on top. That'll give you about 300 to 400 calories. Again, nailing this number, keeping you fuller for longer to stop this happening right here. Now for lunch, what can you do? I think simplest is best. Get a wrap that's around 100 to 150 calories per wrap, or 2 slices of bread, which is about 150 to 200, and add in a protein source of your choosing to about 100 to 150 grams of that fuel source. Now it could be chicken breast, it could be rump steak, it could be tuna, it could be ham. Any high protein thing slotted in as you see fit, and that'll allow you to keep things high protein, very satiating, and then stop this dreaded snackcident and dinner from happening. Now, you're probably wondering, well, I eat dinner with the fam. I can't eat pasta when I'm on a diet. La, 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 la. Yes, you can. The key here is to halve your portion size. So whether you need to use a smaller bowl in order to do so, but pretty much rule of thumb, whatever your hubby has, have half, if not a third of it. That way you can eat the same meals as your family and lose weight and stay satiated because you've had enough fuel at breakfast and lunch. Therefore, you won't need an 800 to 1,000 calorie bomb at dinner time. Then snacks, we haven't allocated 2 Tim Tams or a Snickers bar or a paddle pop, completely guilt-free. It'll fit into your calories. You won't even need to stress. You could have that. Matter of fact, I have every single mum in my program eating a treat at dinner time, whether it be a full-blown Cornetto, Tim Tams, Bickies, you name it. We chuck it in there compulsory that you actually have to have this so you enjoy the journey, so you don't feel restricted, so you don't have to have that guilt and shame whenever you have some fun food, which then leads to more food if you feel guilty about it. See, where most people don't understand is this an accident. If you have a half block of chocolate and you feel guilty about it, you'll probably say, in for a penny, in for a pound, I'll have the whole block and I'll start again tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes and you keep rinsing and repeating the same cycle. So you might as well just have the chocolate to a nice degree where you can have it every day and still lose weight at the same time, versus it causing a load of guilt, shame, and confusion about why you're not losing weight. So mums, I hope you liked that video on nighttime snacking. That is the complete rule book on how I would address it and how I do address it successfully with all of my mums who get in amazing shape in record time, guaranteed. So as per usual, if you'd like to book in a call with yours truly, click the link down in the description. It'll take you to a quick form, fill it out, it's a couple of questions, and then find a time where me and you can chat purely about your goals. It is not to sell you anything, just to see if maybe there is an opportunity for me needing to help you achieve your goals, guaranteed. Otherwise, please subscribe, click the notification bell so you get updated with all these great videos, and I'll see you on the next one.